diet. Vani Hari, better known as the Food Babe, started as a solo crusader against big food. Though she's been a Democrat, she even called out President Obama for what she said was a broken promise, failing to require GMO warning labels. Today, Hari has a powerful voice inside the MAHA movement and has the ear of Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as she battles for higher food safety standards. By the early 2000s, 2 out of 3 Americans were overweight or obese. Health experts sounded the alarm, linking ultra-processed foods to obesity, type 2 diabetes, cognitive decline, and heart disease.
And we're seeing a lot of these conditions that we never saw before in kids or rarely saw. I mean, I think that the most obvious example would be adult onset diabetes, type 2 diabetes. It's literally called adult onset. It wasn't something you really ever saw in kids even 40 or 50 years ago. And now we're seeing it all the time in kids. And you're seeing onsets 12, 13, 15 years old in kids. So much, much younger than before.
Since the 1970s, consumer advocates have pushed to ban the marketing of sugary, ultra-processed foods to kids. Michelle Obama's Let's Move and Michael Bloomberg's Big Soda ban tried to stem the tide, but obesity rates kept rising. Big food fought back and largely won. But a grassroots revolution we're seeing take shape today was brewing.
Bottom up change, and it starts with moms. And that's what's happening is people are looking at ingredient lists more than ever. Over 60% of Americans now are looking at ingredient lists, trying to read the ingredient label.
Vani Hari, the Food Babe, has been taking on the food industry for 15 years, naming names and exposing chemicals she says are not found in products overseas, but are in everyday food items here. And she says a generational shift is finally happening. Even big brands are bending under pressure.
By asking the food companies at the national level to remove artificial food dyes, now over 60% of the food companies in America have voluntarily said that they were going to remove artificial food dyes. Huge companies like Kraft Heinz and General Mills and Kellogg's and Tyson's and others have made the commitment. We've got West Virginia, who just banned artificial food dyes. We have Texas, who's requiring a warning label on 40 different chemicals. Momentum of this movement is growing every single day.
But the fight is far from over. Hari herself has said she's been the target of the ultra-powerful food lobby. And she is now warning of what she says is a new push to pull back on state efforts to regulate and investigate ultra-processed foods.
There's a new group called the Americans for Ingredient Transparency. It sounds very humble and nice, and it sounds like they're trying to fight for the everyday consumer, but actually they're trying to take away our right to do state and local food chemical reform. And this is just one organization that's popped up recently.
So Americans for Ingredient Transparency, we did reach out to them, and they tell us this. They say, quote, unfortunately, states are now implementing their own patchwork of contradictory ingredient rules that have caused widespread confusion among consumers. Our goal is to cut through confusion and ensure everyone has access to clear information. And we got to do something in this country to try to get clear access for everybody to healthier food options. That's part of the problem. We have these food deserts, and a lot of times fresh fruits and vegetables can be more expensive than getting these ultra-processed foods. But you know what? You pay now or you pay later with medical bills is the way I've had to reframe it for myself and for my family.